Hello YouTube, this is Sonic2 here, and welcome back to another quick requested tutorial for Love2d. This one is where the user wants their player or whatever, their sprite, image, whatever you want to call it, to look at the mouse cursor. So this is what we have done. This is the second time I'm recording this, and the last time I recorded using the internal mic on my Mac rather than the blue snowball I have, because that was smart. So yeah, I thought I could make it better, so let's get on with it. So as you can see here, the player looks at the mouse and rotates accordingly. So let's get started. So local player, this will represent the player image. If you have a player class, then feel free to use that. Player Y, local player. This stands for rotation, so you should add a player rotation variable into your player class if you haven't already. But player X, player Y are already here. So, sorry, something was in my throat there. Player equals love. Actually, let me show you a little shortcut, guys. You will love me for this. LG equals love.graphics, and this will save us tons of time, because instead of having to say love.graphics.newImage every time, we can just say player equals lg.newImage. Oh, I accidentally turned my, oh, sorry, excuse me, my internal mic down. So lg.newImage, pretty much this. I just found this on the internet quickly because I'm lazy. Yeah. So it's in my root directory. You should know how to load images. If you don't, then just go watch my Love tutorials. Why did I go there? Player X equals, let's say 100. Player Y equals 100. Really doesn't matter what your player X is. It just depends on what you want. And player rotation equals math.tan2. I will explain this, don't worry. Love.mouse.get X, get Y. I have a full tutorial on the love.mouse module on my YouTube channel as well, so just go watch that if you don't understand the mouse stuff I'm doing here. Basically just get to the Y position of the mouse and the X position of the mouse. So what does math.tan2 do? Well, math.tan2, or math.tan as I would just call it, basically takes two coordinates and pinpoints that location based on the two coordinates. The term is getting the inverse tangent, but I don't even want to try and remember that. Just basically, you give it two coordinates and it will pinpoint a location based on those coordinates. So this basically works out how the player should rotate through tangent and stuff, math, tan, and other stuff, other complicated math stuff. Basically, you just give it these values and it will work out where the player has to rotate. And then we want to just put that into love.update, so it updates every frame, because of course we can't just have it not update, because then it's not looking at the mouse, it's only looking at the mouse where the mouse was whenever the game loaded, whenever love.load was called, unless you want that. So let's say lg.draw with our handy new shortcut, player at player X and player Y with player rotation, because love.graphics.draw takes a drawable, it takes X position draw, Y position draw, rotation, offset X, offset Y, or no, scale X, scale Y, offset X, and we want to set the player's offset Y scale factor, which is just 1 because we don't want to scale the player up any. And then we want to set the offset X to the player image get width divided by 2, and the Y offset to get height. You can see that the player rotates based on where the mouse is. Maybe if we move him a bit more, let's say love.graphics get width. But we don't need to say take away the player's offset divided by 2 because we already set the offset here. and love.graphics get height to, and then he's in the center, and you can see him rotating based on where the mouse is and on the center point, because his anchor point is right in the center where my mouse is, funny enough, and you can get him to rotate on all sorts of axes. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this tutorial. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and leave a comment if you have any questions. But my name is Mathematica, and I will see you in the next tutorial.